Internal linking is one of the biggest ranking factors that Google considers when deciding which pages to rank for a specific keyword. Um, I hear a lot of SEOs talk about internal linking and you should do internal linking, but no one really goes deep into why that is. And so I wanted to spend a few minutes here and kind of talk about that. Um, First off, my name is Mike Sack, owner, founder of SEOasis. We are an SEO for e-commerce business agency. We've helped dozens of e-commerce businesses over the years generate collectively millions of dollars in extra organic revenue. And so I've talked to a lot of brands about this, and almost always, without fail, when I talk to them, they haven't heard of this. Maybe they've heard of it, but it just doesn't exist on their website. Maybe once I've looked at a website from someone I'm talking to and found internal links on their collection pages, but they're usually pointing to blog posts, maybe another collection page, but it's very sparingly, only on a couple pages. But the vast majority of the time, there's just nothing. Maybe there's some blog posts with internal links to product pages, which is fine. But the what I'm talking about here is, you want collection pages to rank, right? You don't want necessarily blogs to rank because the blogs don't generate revenue for you. Um, and so a lot of brands are missing out on that internal linking structure on collection pages, right? These collection pages are the backbone of your website. These are the pages that are the most likely to rank for the types of terms people typically search when they're ready to buy something. People are more likely to search for something general rather than a specific product. And so collection pages just rank really well for these types of terms, right? And there's a lot. There's always a lot of different types of keywords you could be targeting with collection pages. Um, and so you need to think of them kind of as hubs where users kind of like a port, in a city or something where users flock to. And then um, through a system of internal linking, like Google will know which ports to send people to, right? Because you can think of internal links kind of as votes that other pages on your website are casting to say, hey, this is a really important page. And so to get into a quick drawing here, this is my drawing from when I thought I was recording, but wasn't recording. I don't know why I can't. There we go. Had some technical difficulties there, but basically what want to show you here is what a typical site looks like, right? They will have, you know, let's say they'll have like collection pages here, a few collection pages. They'll have product pages down here, right? And then they'll have blogs, right? And the blogs is always the place people see internal linking. There we go. Or think of internal linking like they want to link from the blog to certain products. And sometimes it makes sense. Other times they're just kind of stuffing internal links that don't mean much directly to product pages. And, this isn't horrible. It's good that they have these and you should have them. But the one thing that they're missing out on is linking to collection pages, right? Because again, collection pages are like the hubs of your e-commerce site where these are the pages that are the most likely to rank well for more general terms rather than specific product pages. And so I almost never see this. Sometimes I do, but the thing I like absolutely never see that every single e-commerce website should be doing is internal linking between collection pages. And then like keyword, you know, anchor text with specific keywords in it pointing to other collection pages that are similar, like within the text on the collection page. I just never see it. And yeah, obviously the collection pages link to product pages. I'm not drawing that out because the types of links I'm talking about here are those keyword rich anchor text based keywords. And so typically this is what I see. It's kind of this jumbled mess of different keyword or different internal links. If the internal links do exist, they're very sparse. They're only linking to product pages from blogs, which again is fine to have, but not the most effective way to do it. The way that you want to do this is you want to think of it as a funnel. When Google lands on your site and starts crawling it, it crawls it by following internal links on every page. And so when it follows an internal link, that's like the natural path. It sees that as the natural path that someone takes. So if you are thinking of that, you always want to make sure that you're linking down the funnel, right? If you have an internal link on a product page pointing to a blog post, for example, which I've seen, you are essentially telling Google that this blog post is like the next step that you want someone to take on your website. You want them to go from this product page to a blog post, which is obviously not the case. You want them to go from the product page to the checkout page. That's where you want people to go. And so keeping this in mind, have the same structure as before. You have these blog posts at the top of the funnel. In the middle here, you have collection pages that again are kind of the central hub that people land on organically. And then at the very bottom, you have product pages. And because these are the hubs that again are the most likely to rank for general terms, you want to make sure most of your internal linking is pointing to these collection pages. So rather than having all your internal links point from blog posts to product pages, which is again fine, but you want to make sure that a majority of your links and always the first link within a blog post or a collection page pointing to a collection page, right? So you always want to link down the funnel. You want collection pages to link between each other to other related collection pages, right? Which we'll get into in a second. And you never, ever want to link from a collection page to a blog post. Obviously, never from a product page to a collection page. Linking from a product page to a collection page is generally okay. I tend to see collection pages and product pages both bottom of funnel pages. And so this is okay. I would do it sparingly though, because again, you want people to go from product page to checkout. And so, yeah, again, I'm not drawing the links pointing to the product pages because the types of links I'm talking about are the keyword rich anchor text based links. But yeah, so you want to go from something like this to something more, think of it more as a funnel, and more specifically, looking at like drilling into a specific collection page here. Let's say you have a really important collection page targeting a big keyword like basketball shoes, for example. Um, which is a very competitive keyword, and if you want any chance of ranking for it, you want to prioritize it on your website with the number of you want more internal links pointing to this page because again, this is the natural flow that you want people to that Google that you want Google to think that people take on your website. And the more links you have pointing to a specific page, the more important Google will see it. And so the way you should think about this is kind of like in keyword clusters, or some people call it hub and spoke or filler pages, whatever. There's a bunch of different names for it, but essentially you have this main page, and then you have pages on the outer rim that are targeting longer tail versions of this keyword. So for basketball shoes, it would be red basketball shoes for women, basketball shoes for men, blue basketball shoes, indoor basketball shoes, outdoor basketball shoes, whatever. I mean, there's a bunch of different keywords you could think of to target. And then make sure that the first link on each one of these pages is pointing to the main collection page that you want to that you actually want to rank very well for, the most competitive page. So these are all little votes that you're casting to tell Google, hey, this is the page that is important. And yeah, as far as like specific structure, typically what this looks like is that actually I'll just pull up an actual page, Gymshark. For t-shirts, like just I mean, this is like obviously the keyword t-shirts is going to be huge. This is like a top level page. And you can see here they have some internal links even in the top description, which you can do. So the first link on any page is going to carry the most weight, right? You can think of like link 1 carrying the most weight, link 2 carrying a little bit less, 3 even less weight in terms of how Google sees it. And you also want some text at the bottom of the page, which, I'll shoot a separate video of how to write this text so that it's not just random SEO fluff. But importantly, you want um, some internal links pointing to related collection pages, right? Someone looking for a t-shirt is probably also looking for shorts. And then you go to like down a layer in, in this t-shirt funnel, so to speak, down to oversized t-shirts. You can see that the first link that they're creating here, they don't have any up top this time, but in their bottom description, the first link goes back to the main t-shirt page, because that's obviously they want to rank for t-shirt, um, which is a super competitive term. I don't know if they rank for it. We can find out. Oh, probably not, but they can certainly try, right? Yeah, but the point being is like that's the concept that you need to follow. And I actually didn't even know that the first link on this page would be pointing to the main t-shirt page. I just assumed and was kind of hoping that that would work out live. But so I guess that just illustrates the point more that this is how you want to do it. Gymshark's obviously a huge brand. They invest probably millions of dollars into SEO every year. And so they're just a brand I like to bring up as a good example. So yeah, that's about it. Bit of a longer one, but point being is think of internal links as votes that you're casting, telling Google which pages on your site are important. And because of that, whatever page is really important to you, you want to have a lot of internal links pointing to, as long as they're relevant and coming from similar pages. So yeah, um, again, this can be a big project, right? Taking, typically some sites can have hundreds of collection pages, and they usually have no text on them. And so writing copy for every single collection page, building this internal linking structure from scratch can be a big project. You kind of have two options here. You can do this on your own. Take what you've learned here, copy it for every page on your site, and do it on your own. You have all the tools to do it now. Or, you know, you can work with me and my team to do this for you. We can do this for you along with a bunch of other stuff in less than a month. And that way you have this foundation set, and the work you do afterwards will just continue to will will do better because you have this foundation set well. So if that interests you and you're a brand doing at least 100,000 per month in organic revenue, not top line revenue, organic revenue, you can use the link right below to book a call with me. We'll go over your specific brand and your goals and how I can potentially fit in to help there. And yeah, other than that, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I'll answer every single one that comes through. Subscribe if you care to. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.